What up, guys? What's going on? Arthur Early here, Thursday night live. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm going to just jump on and wait for Facebook to go ahead and do its thing. But if this is the first time you're catching me on a Facebook Live, just want to say what's up. Welcome to the live. But if you're catching this on the replay, do me a favor, go ahead, hashtag replay, and we'll get started. All right. Listen, now I know before we get started, when I did my last Facebook Live, I told you I was going to do a live training with you guys on this very whiteboard here, and I promise I will do that. I got a lot of things in store when it comes to that whiteboard right behind me, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about something today. We're going to talk about taking action, because that's the first step that it takes. You got to take action before you do anything. So like I said, before I do that training for you guys on that whiteboard behind me, I got to take action. All right, I got to get that done. I got to do the Facebook Live. So there is that. So what I'm going to do in this Facebook Live is I'm actually going to go ahead and list the 6 techniques for taking action. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and back, and then I'm going to go down one by one and go a little bit deep dive into them, because like I said, I think people need to hear this. And you guys know I've been doing my reading. I do my reading, right? And what I read and what I get out of it, I share, right? So that's what I want you to do. If you're watching this right now live or catching this on the replay, please go ahead and share this video. Share it to the Make Money Online groups. Share it to the mindset groups, the life set groups. Share it to these groups. Put it on your wall, because you never know who needs to hear this, right? So let's jump into it, okay? So the 6 techniques for taking action. Number 1, and if you want to write this down, you can. That's cool. You know what? You can write it down. You want to take some notes, that's cool. Grab a pen and paper. And another thing, guys, I always have a pen and paper handy. Always. I'm always taking notes, always writing shit down, writing my thoughts down, writing, things down. That's the way I remember things, and I retain things. So number 1 is follow the 40-70 rule. All right. Number 2 is consider the worst case scenario. Number 3 is find out what's missing. Number 4 is assess the risk of inaction. Number 5 is avoid the when-then trap. And number 6 is identify the best thing that can happen. All right, so those are the 6 techniques. Now I'm going to go ahead and for you, I'm going to deep dive into, so number 1, follow the 40-70 rule. All right, so what this actually means is you're going to want to go ahead and collect 40 to 70% of available data of what it is that you're doing, and then go with the rest, go with your gut on the rest. Okay, don't wait for exact certainty. Why? Because doing this, following the 40-70 rule, is going to give you the ability to act faster, take action faster. All right. A lot of successful people that I personally know, they take action fast and they change their mind slow. Right? So collect 40 to 70% of available data of whatever it is that you want to take action on, and just go with your gut on the rest. Don't wait for certainty. That's why a lot of people don't take action, guys. And on the flip side, I'm going to tell you why, because they want 100% certainty. There really is no such thing as 100% certainty for a lot of things that you've never done before that you want to take action on, right? So that is the follow the 40-70 rule for that. Number 2, consider the worst case scenario. All right. Sometimes you're going to have to bet on yourself. All right. If you can handle the worst case scenario of any situation, then you can handle anything in between. All right. You're always going to have to bet on yourself. And you want to know why? Because it's a bet that you're always going to deliver on. Why? Because you're betting on yourself. You're taking it upon yourself to go ahead and get that done. Right. So that's the worst case scenario. So let's think about, I don't know, let's think about something. Let's take into consideration something. Let's say you want to buy a house, right? And you're scared, and let's say you're a first time buyer. You're scared, you're nervous. There's a lot of things when it comes to buying a house. So that fear, right, is going to hold you back. But if you take into consideration, what is the worst thing that could happen, right? Is that you have to give the house back to the bank. If you could handle that situation of handing your house back to the bank, then you can handle anything in between that and your worst case scenario. And what the worst case scenario is what you drum up in your mind for the worst case scenario to be. And if you could take that into consideration and you can handle it, you can handle anything. You can handle anything in between taking action and the worst case scenario. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3 is find out what's missing. And what I mean by what's missing is, what is it that you need to take action? You know, everybody's different. So I can't say, you know, particularly what I need versus what you need. Okay. Some people need a little encouragement. They need that encouragement from their friends, from their family, from their loved ones. They need that encouragement. Other people's need a vision, right? They need to see it. They need to be able to believe it. They need to touch it, feel it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know and find out what's missing. And then when you find out what's missing, okay, go ahead and get that encouragement, get that vision, and move forward and take action. All right. That's number 3. Number 4 is assess the risk of inaction, meaning what would be the risk if you didn't take action. So say you want to do something, whatever it is that you might want to do, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in your life. I don't know what you want to do. You want to build a business. You want to be the best at whatever it is. I don't know, right? But if you didn't take action and take that first step forward, what does your life look like in 3 months? What does it look like in 6 months? What does it look like in 12 months? All right. Does it look like the same you are right now, thinking about taking action? Just thinking about it. It's like that kid that looks out the window. He wants to go outside and play. All right, but he doesn't go outside and play because he doesn't take action, right? So that's what you have to think about in regards to assess the risk of inaction. What's going to happen if you don't do this, if you don't step forward and take that action, guys? All right, let's see what we got. Hold on. Let's see what we got in the notes, guys, in the comments here. Sheila, what's going on? Richie, what's going on? Ryan, what's going on? Tony, what's up? What's going on? Jen, what's going on? Everybody, welcome to the call, guys. Mike, what's going on? All right, guys. Assess the risk of action. True. All right, guys. So if you're agreeing with me and you're hearing this, go ahead and give me some hearts. Go ahead, give me some likes, some thumbs up, guys. If this is making sense to you, do me a favor. Like I said, share this video because you never know who needs to hear it. All right. You never know who needs to hear this. It might not apply to you, but it might. But go ahead and share it. Put it on your wall. Share it in the online groups. Number 5. Number 5 is the reason why I'm doing this whole Facebook Live is because when I was reading this, it hit me personally. And number 5 is avoid the when then trap. All right, I know personally is, you know, when, and I'll give you some examples, guys. When I have enough money, I'll start my business, right? When I have enough experience, I'll go out on my own. When I get this next training, I'll get started. We all tell ourselves, when I do this, then I'll do this. All right. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. One day or someday is not a day. It's not a real day. That day will never come. It's all a trap for inaction, guys. We're playing it too safe. All right, we're thinking way too far ahead. We got to get out of our own heads. That's the problem with the inaction. We got to get out of our own heads. All right, thinking about the things that will lead too much to what is called analysis paralysis. Has anybody ever heard of that term, analysis paralysis? We use that term a lot in the corporate world. When I was in the corporate world, analysis paralysis. So basically, you're looking at what can go wrong, and then it stops you in your tracks. The fear stops you. All right. So listen, don't get stuck in that when then trap. When I get to this level, I'll do this. When I get to, don't do that. Just start. Just take action. All right. And I know there's some things that you can't necessarily do until certain things happen, and I get that. But you could write out a plan. You could start taking action another way on your plan. Right? There's always different ways to take action on the things that you want to do. Right? You don't necessarily have to do that particular thing, because that particular thing encompasses a lot of little things. So you might start working on those little things until the big things come. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. Comment down below, please. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. All right. And number 6 is identify the best thing that can happen. Oh man, that's the fun part, right? If you think about like the thing that you want to do, and then you just visualize what actually could happen. There's a lot of things that can happen, but why not think about the great things that happen when you take action? What are the possibilities? What doors can open for you? All right. I mean, that's the fun part, guys. That right there would automatically, if you want something bad enough, will make you take action. All right. No risk, no reward, guys. I'm going to leave you off with that. Stop thinking small. All right. No risk, no reward. Stop thinking small. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope that you got a lot out of this Facebook Live, and that you could start taking some action. And it made sense to you. I try to provide my value. If it makes sense to you, that's what the most that matters to me, is that it made sense to you, and that you can apply it in your life, guys. All right. So until the next Facebook Live, I will holler at you guys later. Peace.